Alright, another short video today. We're going to look at classifying polynomials, how to put them in standard form, and how to name them. Now, when I say standard form, I'm talking about how we usually present polynomials. And standard form is from biggest exponent to smallest exponent. So for example, this polynomial expression here, if I want to write it in standard form, I start with the biggest exponent, which in this case is the 5. So negative k to the 5th is my first term. There's no k to the 4th, so next is k to the 3rd. So negative 3 k to the 3rd. Then I've got the squared. So 1/4 k squared. Then the k, and then the constant. So this is standard form for this polynomial. Now, when we go to name the polynomial, what we look at is the degree, which is your biggest exponent, and how many terms. So with this one, our degree is 5. So to classify by degree, we look at this number, this exponent, and because it's 5, it's called a quintic polynomial. So degree of 0, well, that would be something like just 2. Linear might be 2x. Quadratic, biggest exponents of 2. Cubic, biggest exponents of 3. Quartic, 4. Quintic, 5. Okay, so because the biggest exponent's of 5, it was quintic. Now, another way we classify polynomials is by the number of terms. Monomial is just one piece, no addition or subtraction. Binomial, there's 2 terms separated by addition or subtraction. Trinomial, there's 3. Polynomial is 4 or more. So with this example, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's polynomial. So looking at another example, 3x plus 1. That's already in standard form. We don't have to do anything to put it in standard form because biggest exponent to smallest exponent is done for us. So classifying by degree. Well, our biggest exponent here is a 1. So this is linear. And because there are 1, 2 terms, it's a binomial. The next example already is in standard form because there's only one term. One term, well, that means it's going to be monomial, but before we go there, the degree is 0 because it's just a number. There's no x value. So this is a constant monomial. Now this example here is not in standard form because our biggest exponent's a 2, but it's not our first one. So to put it in standard form, we start with that one, then we go here and here. Now classifying by degree, because our biggest exponent is a 2, it is quadratic. And because there are 3 terms, it is a trinomial. Now, one more thing. Let's say it has more than one variable, like these 2 down here. I'm not going to ask you to classify them by degree or by terms, but I will ask you to put them in standard form. If there is more than one variable, you want to use the exponents for the variable that comes first in the alphabet. Sorry about that. So for instance, with this polynomial, a comes first in the alphabet, so we're going to go in descending order of the exponents for the a's, which means I start with this one because that's the biggest exponent for the a's. So 4a cubed is our first one. Now the next biggest exponent for the a's is here. So plus 18a squared b squared. The next biggest exponent for a is here. So plus 7ab. And then only one term left. That's your b squared. Similar idea on this one. Again, x comes first in the alphabet, so you're going in descending order of your x variables. So the first term is not this y to the fourth, it's going to be the x cubed. So we start with 9x cubed y. Then we go to the x squared, then to the x. Now, there's two terms left over. One has a variable, one does not. You go with the one that does have a variable. So minus y to the fourth and 2. Alright, so that is standard form and naming or classifying polynomials.